Hey guys, I'm gonna back here for the video, guys. Welcome back to episode of my Madden retrospective series. We take a look at different stadiums in Madden 22 all the way up to Madden 25. Currently, we have around 14 stadiums left to do after this stadium. We have the Jaguars Stadium. We have to do the second variant of the MetLife Stadium. Titans, Browns, Saints. Obviously, we're doing Saints right now. Panthers, Dolphins, Broncos, Texans, Falcons, Cardinals, Chargers, Commanders, and Eagles. So we have a little bit more left on the docket to get to. One weird thing about this stadium is this fact right here. Not sure what is happening with this, but if you go too far into the locker room, it just becomes absolute pure darkness. Not sure why or what's going on, but shout out to EA Sports, because sometimes I really don't understand the whole perspective. Now, this happens throughout the whole stadium on the left-hand side. Again, like I said before, I'm not really sure why, but I'm sure there is a reasoning for this madness, but it's just the left-hand side that does this. The other locker rooms are fine. They have no problem at all. It's pretty much good. Everything is fine. Now, keep in mind, Madden 22, if you are new, is the stadium or is the map. They have the craziest maps, pretty much, in Madden 22. Madden 23 is this Madden 22S, and then Madden 24 is the true upgrade, which obviously is what we really care about. Madden 25 is just Madden 24S. Cool thing about this stadium is it's a dome stadium, which means it's going to have working cars on the outside of the stadium. Why do dome stadiums have working cars on the outside? I don't really know why, other than the fact of EA Sports makes no damn sense. As you can see, this little area right here does go dark when you go into it. Man, I try to make sense of EA Sports like 90% of my channel's life, and I still can't do it. I just kind of accept the fact that this is how EA Sports rocks and rolls. So shout out to them for that fact. Anyway, Madden 22 is my favorite Madden when it comes to outside the stadium. It's just the maps are humongous. They're detailed. They're crazy. You got working cars. Yeah. The devs actually cared in Madden 22. That's the point. Madden 23 is just 5% smaller Madden 22 with nothing really extra added to it. It's kind of just a game. And then Madden 24 is next gen and also upgrades. It's weird how EA Sports operates, but based on their track record, Madden 26 is going to be an actual update because of the fact that Madden 25 was kind of just Madden 24S. So Madden 26 should be an update to these stadiums. As always, when Madden 26 does come out, I will make videos and break them down and talk about the stadiums as always. And also, we have College Football 26 is going to be on PC, which means I will be breaking down every single college football stadium in College Football 26. Sadly, it is only on console right now, and you can't do this on console. You can only do this on PC. Madden. So kind of a little bit of a stinker, but it is what it is. Kind of just gotta rock and roll with what you got, right? Anyway, though, we got the Caesar Dome Stadium right here. We have working cars not on this side, but on the other side of the stadium on the highway. You might see little things move in the background, and yes, this is working cars again. This is a classic in Madden 22 and Madden 23, actually, ironically enough, where Madden 23 also has working cars. They just get better in Madden 23 for whatever reason. So Madden 22 is where they start. They're not in Madden 21, and they just get better and better in Madden 23. The mapping gets better, the route they take is better, and it just all around is better. And in Madden 24, they get rid of them, because I think that whatever the dev team was thinking, Madden 24, EA Sports killed the idea. And again, lack very, very L on EA Sports here, because there could have been some cool idea of presentation style that you use with these cars, but for whatever reason, they decided not to do so. As I said before, Madden 22 does have the biggest map possible. The map size of Madden 22 is kind of to a point where it's just stupid big. It's a dome stadium, okay? You can't see the outside of the stadium, yet EA Sports went a little crazy with this and put freaking the biggest map possible. I mean, we have a GTA 6 map going on in this stadium for really no apparent reason other than just to be there. But kind of looking at this, different buildings, depending on what angle you're looking at them at, will sometimes like actually render fully, and some of them will not. It's kind of just how it works. We do have a bridge over here and a body of water. We actually have two different bridges over here. Now, I'm not going to be able to go too far over here in I want to see in this game or Madden 20, any of the Maddens actually, because the fact that for some reason the Saints map, if you go too far, it crashes the game. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's part of that lighting glitch we talked about earlier. This map is very, very glitchy. A lot of glitches go on. Not sure why. Just kind of a thing that works with this is that it glitches a lot, and you also have random people standing in the middle of the water. Don't ask how. They have the Jesus skill unlocked, but I think they downloaded the DLC way too early. Still cool though, the bridges here, just, you know, kind of off in the atmosphere. Again, as always, it's funny because it makes no sense. It's a dome stadium that's all the way on the other side of Texas pretty much, and yet you still get to see that. Shout out to that fact, you know, just the randomness of EA Sports. We kind of just accept it and we point our fingers and go, wow, look at them. They did good today. Anyway, we got a little area over here, which again is a lot of flat nothingness. This map in general is a lot of flat nothingness. Like, there is a lot of the city and buildings and houses. Actually, no houses, just buildings. But a lot of it is just nothingness and kind of just like emptiness. I don't know. Now, the first time we will see, actually there are neighborhoods right there. There are actual houses. Shout out to that fact. The first time we're going to see actual people around the stadium, walking around the stadium, is not until Madden 24. Sadly, though, I don't think there's going to be people on the outside of this stadium because it is Madden, like, because it's a dome stadium. But sometimes EA Sports surprises me and they actually put people on the outside. So I say that, but then knowing EA Sports, they'll probably just put people on the outside anyway. And completely, I'll be wrong in every aspect on that. But yeah, so for right now, I'm going to guess that nobody's going to be on the outside of Madden 24. Just because it is a dome stadium. But overall, still a very beautiful map. Size-wise, again, like I said, just a little bit too outrageous. I would love to see them, though, in Madden 26, excuse me, to double down on map size and just make it, like, stupidly big. I would love to see that, but right now the trajectory says that they're going to make Madden 26 very small maps. So it's not going to be much going on outside the actual stadium, which honestly probably is the most realistic aspect that probably should be a thing, is you don't really need map size to be crazy. Anyway, though, we're about to kick over to Madden NFL 23, which, let's go ahead and just kind of look at the last little bit of detail inside the stadium here. Before we kick over to that one, we do have our flags up here of all the beautiful accomplishments that this team has, accomplished over the years. Try to make sure I get a little detail, especially because future Maddens, we don't look at every little always. And so, trying to make sure, in case you are new and you've never seen it, this is the stadium. So, Madden 23 also has this glitch. Again, it is a problem with Madden for some reason. The Saints Stadium, it's just cursed, bro. It's cursed. We also have a corridor here that goes absolutely nowhere. Isn't, like, Louisiana, like, the places where a lot of curses, like they believe in, like, black magic and curses and voodoos? Am I crazy? I thought that's what Louisiana has a lot of. So maybe that's why the stadium is cursed and having problems and issues because of that. Or maybe it's just because EA Sports doesn't know how to code the game correctly. I don't know. Maybe it's a combo. Knowing EA Sports, it's probably a combo, for me honest. So no other locker room has that problem, though. Just that one locker room. And also right above the locker room is also kind of a little bit of an issue too. But outside of that, it's pretty chill, pretty okay. Everything, no real big problem. Again, you're not going to see much upgrade with 23. The real big upgrade you're going to see with 23 is a smaller outside map, which you're paying money to get less sized map, But you can't see anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But again, for the most part, a lot of the stuff around here is just pretty much the same. You have random people standing here. Now, you're not going to see people walk around the stadium again until Madden 24. So this is just going to be kind of bland, nothing burger right there. We got Caesar Dome on the outside, as always. Some of these buildings in 23, I will give EA props that they do make them a little bit more, like, detailed. Sometimes they'll add in signs. Again, sometimes. And sometimes it'll be better textured, but for the most part, it's just going to be a pretty basic 22S type design, where it's like, okay, yeah, I see what you did. You just took the last game and made it smaller. And that's it. And then we have this building right here, which is fully 3D all the way around, which is cool. We got a little walkways, but 2 different walkways here. And yes, it's Madden 23, so cars are going to be better. They're more textured. There are better mapping. The cars are mapped better. The highways, for the most part, is also better. And you can see that the cars go all the way over there, which doesn't even make sense. And there's also more cars that are driving. Shout out to EA Sports, man. The things that they don't need to add or really fixed or go with, and they still do it because it is EA, and they tell you it's in the game. Lordy. Yeah. Anyway, map size still absolutely humongous. It's just a little bit smaller. We do have our buildings around here. We got some neighborhoods, some actual livable townhouse type buildings, which is kind of dope. Highway system kind of broken up, kind of messed up. Again, I don't know why, but they really do butcher the highway system in this map. It just does not connect certain places. Other places, it does connect. Here is even weirder, where the highway now is just floating. Instead of it being, correctly part of the bridge, now it's just floating in a random location. And, yeah. And also, as always, we can't go too far over. There's also the random people floating in the middle of the water because, reasonings. Reasonings is that's pretty much all I can say about it. There's no actual reason, but there is reasonings that random people float in the water and they just unlock Jesus mode, apparently. Anyway, though, technically the highway does connect to it. Technically, it's questionable. Barely connects to it, but it technically does, so it's not as unrealistic as it could be. It's just 20-30% unrealistic. EA Sports is a special company, man. As we go throughout here, I'm just bruh, what are we looking at with certain areas here? Anyway, we got our little buildings over here with the cars. I still love the cars. So sad. Madden 24. The real upgrade. That's what this game should be called. The real upgrade. The actual upgrade. The one we've been waiting for. Because the other 2 Maddens were... Well, I guess Madden 23. Because we started on Madden 22. Madden 23 were just kind of there. Wasn't anything special. Just there. We have a little area over here. And is it still cursed? Is the question. Ooh, we have cables. See, this is what I'm talking about. Madden 24, true upgrades. We have cables that go on right there. And yes, it still has the cursed darkness. And there's also people on the outside. Why? This game makes no sense. There's people on the outside, yet it's a dome stadium, and you can't see the outside, yet they put people on the outside. But they don't put people on the outside of the Mexico Stadium, where you can see the outside. Why does this company make no sense? What am I trying to, find sense out of freaking EA Sports anyway, bro? I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently, I'm trying to make sense of a company that never, ever makes sense. But, yeah. There's going to be people on the outside because it's a dome. And logic gets thrown out the window when you have a dome. For whatever reason. Just shout out to EA Sports. It's in the game. It's in the game. More importantly, it's in our game. Sadly. Anyway, beside the point. We have people in the suites, which I like. I think that's a nice little touch, a nice little extra detail. Have people actually in the suites, sitting down, talking, interacting with one another. Again, this is a major detail upgrade with Madden 24. It's just that there's people everywhere talking to one another, kind of interacting with one another. And it makes it more of a lively environment. Which, again, people on the outside of stadiums, as long as they're not stupid with it, where they just walk around in circles and walk in the middle of the road, I'm cool with it. It's just usually the AI for the fans are not the smartest. But anyway, as I was saying, at least with the people outside, it creates more of a lively environment, and it's not so dreaded and like dead outside. Because some of these stadiums, when you don't have fans on the outside, they look dead. They look like they aren't open. There's nothing going on. It's just a very dreary environment. See, this is my problem in a way. It's the game is going on, and there's just random people walking around in circles. It's my problem with the fans. I call them ants, by the way. Fans in this game in Madden 24 are literally ants. Their mapping system is awful. Anyway, the outside does not have cars anymore. I know. It broke my heart too. Madden 24 got rid of cars driving around and working, but what they did add is people everywhere. Bro, people are everywhere. The parking lots also look good. You can see like the actual parking like squares and stuff like that. There was a helipad. Like, bro, what is going on here? There's a helipad. We also have arrows pointing different directions. We have this. We have freaking... Again, this is probably the most detailed outside of a stadium we have seen. Which, shout out to EA Sports, but you took away my freaking working cars. Like, bro, why? Why? And look, there's cars parked on the side of the road there. And that has a sign. Bro, there's cars parked on the side of the road. And that has a sign. And that thing has top things. Yeah, Madden 24 was a huge upgrade for this stadium. There's a sign out here that says Caesar Dome. EA Sports only cared about Madden 24. And it shows. It shows completely. They only care about Madden 24. You got a Saints logo on the outside of this. Whew. They really... This is what you want to see when it comes to being upgraded. You want to see this, okay? You want to see the upgrades happen like this. Where it's not just a bullcrap upgrade. It's actually an upgrade. So, shout out to EA Sports for actually upgrading this stadium. You took away cars. You broke my heart. Also, the map size is a crap ton smaller. I think it's like 20% smaller than Madden 23. It's actually stupidly smaller. But at least they added a lot of detail and updated the stadium. Even if they took away my heart. EA, don't break my achy breaky heart. I just don't think they'd understand. It's a lot more dense though. I'll give them that. Looks a lot more dense overall wise. Even though they took away all the greatness, it's still a lot more dense. This is still broken as always. I don't know why. There's also not people floating in the middle of the water anymore. They fixed that issue. They fixed that problem completely. But yeah. So now we're about to get into Madden 25, which is just Madden 24S. Madden 25 likes to add in stupid stuff like fire alarms. Well, stupid stuff in the video game, not in real life. Fire alarms. They like to add in fire extinguishers, exit signs, and buses. They also like to add in different munch vans and different vans outside the stadium, and the pedo van, which I don't know if it's going to make an appearance in this one, but we'll see. So now we are into Madden NFL 25. Madden NFL 25. Shout out to EA Sports for this. I've been saying shout out to EA Sports a lot in this video. Apologize for that. But, you know, they kind of do make this. You know, they make the whole situation going on. We got our flags up here, which obviously has all the accomplishments, including a Super Bowl in 2009 for the New Orleans Saints, which is the whole Bounty Gate situation. But, you know, hey, listen, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to win. Anyway, 2011, 2017, 18, 19, and 20. Man, the Saints, shout out to them. See, it's not a shout out to EA Sports. It's a shout out to the Saints now. Locker room. Do we have upgrades? We have our little suites out here, which is cool. Oh, they have fridges. Look at that. They have little fridges in the background. That's cool. That's kind of dope. Have fridges in the background. Guess they actually have some updates here. Locker room looks exactly the same since Madden 22. I'll be honest with you. Does not look that much different. It's kind of the same. Over here, we have ourselves a little area over here. So no lighting glitch, it looks like. That's a nice factor. Took away my cursed stadium. Oh, wait, no, this is where the curse was. Why is this extra white? Like, bro, that's like 795 credit score white. What is going on here? Darkness is still here. Okay. We're still cursed. It's alright. It's still cursed, boys. It's still cursed. We thought we got rid of the curse, but instead it's still there. Random fans right there. Little area over here. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Anyway, though, going back to this locker room. No cursed. Yep, no curse here. So there's only one area where it's cursed in every single stadium and every single Madden. And I don't know if they're ever going to fix that problem. Probably not, to be honest. But, hey, listen. It is what it is. I still can't believe there's people on the outside of this stadium. That still kind of takes me for a wild ride. Because there really doesn't need to be. But I think that's EA's like motto with life is whenever it doesn't need to be, they do it. Whenever it needs to be, they don't do it. Okay. I got my one side of the video out. I get one of those a video because I'm looking at EA Sports. Now, Madden 25 kind of looks darker than Madden 24, which is kind of weird. Wait, what? Why is there... Okay, I am so utterly confused. There's a glass that, like, takes away these two sections, which I don't think there's supposed to be glass right there, but you can see the darkness and how darkness changes with one side with the glass and the other side without the glass. Why is EA Sports like this? There's not supposed to be glass right there, but there is glass right there. There's also not supposed to be people on the outside, but there are people on the outside. And we're just rocking and rolling and living in EA Sports' delusion. Anyway, we have this little box thing on the outside, which is cool. That's new to Madden 25, so I guess that's your $80 upgrade? $80 upgrade, yes. We have our little Caesar signs on the outside here. Caesar Superdome, Friend, and Company. We have A for the A gate, and then it goes different, obviously letters as the different gates. Over here we have light poles, which pretty much in every single Madden, not really anything special. We also have little ticket areas here for the fans, little places to put your what's called bicycle if you ride your bike to the stadium. Nice little touches like that, adds a little bit of detail to it as well. Again, we have the E gate, so again, there's different, different letters depending on what gate you're near. To kind of know where you're going. Also, look at this texture on the outside. It's kind of cool. I don't know. This texture, we don't really see that texture in any other stadium. It's just a brick texture, but it just looks a little bit different. Again, like I said, this stadium in general, I feel like, is so freaking weirdly updated. That last building, as we were going through here, right here, that one building right there has a, it has the logo of the actual company on top of the building, which we never see with this, because usually it's all generic stuff, but it actually has the updated stuff like that on the building. It's little details like that. We also got a random Saints fan. Garage 2. Holy crap, they actually made a lot of upgrades with this. There's got to be some Saints fans on the freaking dev team. 100%. I think we just figured out the Saints fans are on the dev team, because this is actually probably the most detailed upgrade we have seen so far in this series. There is stupid amount of stuff everywhere. Okay, we got Caesar Superdome, parking lots, people freaking... Okay, there does not need to be this much people. There might be like 4 times the amount of any other stadium people-wise. and it's a dome stadium, so you can't even see the people unless you no-clip it. What is going on here, EA? The amount of people is stupid. We got railroad stations over here. We got highways. We got our Caesar Dome signs, as always, with our lock stop advertisement going on there. We have literally the lock stop storage container things right there. It's a little detail. Just imagine if the stadium had no roof. I made a video with it with no roof. If you'd like to check that out. And it's weirder than you think it is. Anyway, we have a little area over here. Let's go over here. We have ourselves more highways that go to absolutely nowhere. Highways that make no logical sense. But that's pretty much just how we can go about it. Still that invisible wall that you can't go past here for whatever reason. But again, I feel like those bridges got less and less textured over the Maddens. Like, there's less and less effort put into those bridges with every single Madden that came out. I'm just truly convinced that they just gave up more and more on those bridges. But, hey, it's not really that big of a deal. We have, again, a little bit smaller of a map than Madden 24. Not too much smaller. I would say probably maybe like 2 or 3% smaller. But it is a little bit smaller. Texture-wise, I feel like it's a little bit more dense than Madden 24. But, again, not by much. Madden 24S, okay? That's pretty much what this is. But for whatever reason, this stadium, it's actually a Madden 25 upgrade. I won't call it Madden 24S for this stadium because it actually looks like a true upgrade, which is not what we normally see, but hey, for this one, it's actually an upgrade, so I'll give it the full Madden 25 naming rights and naming situations. The first time ever, EA Sports. You done good, Aaron. You done good. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe button if you are indeed new to the channel. If you'd like to see me do a certain team faster, tell me down below and we will get that done and worked on. With that being said, guys, make sure to like, subscribe down below. See you guys next one.